Producing food has become an industry, and with industrialization comes the need for speed. We need things to go faster, much faster. Little farmers are replaced by huge industrial farms, which provide cheap, abundant, and standardized food at a much quicker pace. Eating has become secondary in our busy lives, and it only serves our physiological needs, whereas it used to be a moment to share with family and friends and a break during the day. In response to this constant acceleration of our eating habits, more and more people are becoming aware of what they eat and how they eat it. Everything began in 1986 when a McDonald's restaurant opened in Rome right next to Piazza di Spagna, a very touristic spot. For many Roman people, this was the last straw. They needed to do something. In order to fight the threat of fast foods conquering the planet, Carlo Petrini, a critic in gastronomy, launched the slow food movement.
Est-ce que tu as déjà entendu parler du slow food?
Non.
Non, je ne connais pas.
Non.
Moi non.
Vite fait.
Non.
Non, pas du tout.
Ouais, non.
Qu'est-ce que ça t'évoque?
Nourriture lente.
C'est le contraire de fast-food.
Peut-être prendre le temps de manger, d'apprécier ce qu'on mange.
De la nourriture qu'on doit manger lentement.
Slow food is an international movement which seeks to go back to taking our time when it comes to food, its production, its quality, and the way we eat. We decided to meet them and went back to the roots of this movement in Italy.
Slow Food is an organization. It is spread all around the world in like 100 countries, more than 100 countries. And it involves a lot of activists and producers and restaurants and also agricultures. And it fights for good, clean and fair food.
Slow food is local, is respect, is real food, real producer. Producer you can meet, something really simple but real.
Slow food, secondo me...
Slow food for me means an appropriate processing of a product, working the product the way it used to be in the past, and bringing back to life a product that was almost forgotten. And most of all, to process a very good tasting product.
To provide clean, fair and good food for everyone around the world, without having to give up to the right to pleasure. So pleasure, it's like being together and enjoy food.
Food for everyone, good food for everyone. We try to fight to give people good food because it's not right that a half of the world can have good food and the other half has to starve or to have bad food because of our habits.
You must have a certain numbers of slow food products. It's very easy to comply to these rules because the products, there are not that many, probably 5, 6. They have to be stated in your menu. You have to state the name of the producer. But more than that, you need to promote local economy.
The protocol should follow the guidelines that exist for every product category. For example, the guidelines state the obligation to use raw milk to make cheese, ban the use of chemical flavors, preservatives, and additives, require farming and fishing to be sustainable. The guidelines have been drawn up by the Slow Food Foundation for Biodiversity in collaboration with experts and producers. They are regularly updated on the basis of suggestions from local coordinators and producers.
Sì, quasi. Yes, almost all of our products are coming from the region. We mostly use raw materials that are coming from San Marino. When we can't find it, we go into neighboring areas and we try not to get too far from these areas. Because we want to establish a real contact with our providers, we want to know what they cultivate and how they cultivate it. And we want to see with our own eyes the reality of how they work.
What is important is that they always source quality ingredients which are local, sustainable and seasonal, that they communicate the origin of their products, and that they know the producers who supply them. These producers must be conscious of the environment, the landscape and animal welfare.
Most of the slow food restaurants are not more expensive than normal restaurants, than non-slow food restaurants. But the price of a restaurant, the price that the restaurant charges for his food, is determined only in a small part by the produce that are used.
We meet together in slow food. There is a lot of farmers and producers, and together we speak about the problems. And in slow food we have the same mentality, so we can resolve this problem. And there is maybe different farmers from wine, from food, and we can speak about the situation. And we have the same mentality that we needed a change.
Producers must have an active role and total autonomy in the management of their activity. They must collaborate together, define the rules of production, possibly joining together to form collectives.
I personally joined the movement because it's a period of my life that I'm interested in basically anything related to food, but I also married slow foods cause, so also the sustainability of food, the ambientalist part of the organization, so not just food to enjoy, but food enjoyed in a conscious way.
Food has always been my passion, but food with a meaning. So I've always been interested in the story behind food, who produced that food, where and why. And I joined in slow food because I wanted to contribute to that knowledge. So this is why I am in slow food.
We try to attract new members through events, through dinners, through lunches, and who is really interested stays with us and is willing to help. And of course, we're all volunteers, so it's not easy, but if sustainable food is your passion, is what you believe in, you are willing to do it.
Anyone who really believes in our values can join Slow Food. Joining us is free. You can have your member card or not. You can take part in events either way. And for Slow Food Youth Network, their participation is completely free. So you don't even have to be a member and have the member card. If you pay the member card, it means that you are a supporter. You are a member of the organization. If you don't have the card, you can take part in the events, but you're not a member of Slow Food. And activists and people who really believes in that values want to have the card because they want to participate and take part and to contribute to the general project.
Slow Food Youth membership is discounted for people under 30 years old. The Slow Food Youth Network unites groups of active young slow food members from all over the world into one international network.
Disco Soup, for example, is an event that is held globally. This year it's going to be on April 27th. Basically, it's a party where we are going to cook and serve food for free. And the good thing is that all the food we're going to prepare is food that was supposed to go to waste. The slogan of the disco soup is to fill bellies and not bins. So we're going to save food and cook it in a appealing way and serve it to all the people that would like to come.
Terra Madre is the main event that Slow Food organizes every 2 years. And they try to meet all the producers and slow food activists from all over the world. And they have this very big market where all the producers from all around the globe can offer and show their product. There are a lot of Italian producers, slow food producers. There are a lot of conferences. They present food-related topics. And there are a lot of speakers from different nations and countries. And it's a very good way to focus on the food problems.
Other actions exist, such as Slow Cheese, which defends dairy product with raw milk and artisanal producers. Slow Fish invites you to look for local solutions, allowing a better management of the marine resources. Only a few of us have the time, the money, the energy and the discipline to be a member of Slow Food. However, we are more and more willing to slow down. The ideas of Slow Food have conquered a growing audience, and they are spreading all over the planet because they rely on a human aspiration. We all love to eat well, and we are happier and healthier when we manage to do so.